A good question. How do we make people stop saying fighting games are too hard? I'm losing my mind. I know we've talked about this topic before and you think I may be rehashing it, but I'm not. These are all new points. I just want to talk about something completely different. Don't argue with me until you hear me out. I don't know if you've all been paying attention. Deadlock, it's on Steam and you can't even access it unless you have an invite from another person. It's not an open beta and it's 125,000 players. It's been going up for each of the character releases that they've done. And this game just keeps peaking. And I think when this game comes out, it's going to have like 1 million concurrent players on release or something. It's going to be outrageously huge. I think Deadlock is the hardest game I have ever tried to teach my friends. I think it is like infinitely harder than every other fighting game I have ever tried to teach them. Everyone in chat getting baited into playing the hardest shit in the world. Elder, boot up, bro. Elder and I probably have like over 1,000 hours each in like Hunt Showdown. We played many other shooting games together, and this guy played Deadlock and he was like, this shit's too hard, I'm out. He played it for like 2 months and was like, this shit's too hard, bro. It's true. I think it's legit the hardest game I've ever played. So hard that like I would make a new account and play a hero I've never played and just try to babysit my friend and like teach them to play the game, and they would still get destroyed and be like, this game's too hard. And yet it's captivating a lot of people. I would say that the thing that makes Deadlock cool to me is the same thing that makes fighting games cool to me, which is that even if they are hard to learn, the investment is worth the squeeze. If you look at this game, it's just, you can do whatever you want. You have 1 million different avenues to invest in. You can really care about the movement or like the characters or like the way you build stuff or like the way you position around the map or landing some sick skill, having some goofy build with viscous or parrying. You know, there's the freaky Sinclair players. They turn you into a bunny and they melee you. That's like their build. Like, it's not a good build. You could just play the character normally, but they just polymorph you and punch you over and over because they're just a bunch of perverts. There's like 1 million different ways you can invest your skill points as a player into the game. And that's an amazing feeling because the loop is so satisfying of investing skill points into different things and seeing results. And even if you don't win, you can do cool stuff. Fighting games are that, but like even more freeform because you can simply choose to invest your skill points and try to get good at so many different avenues of the game, like your defense, your positioning on the screen, your offense, landing cool combos, like doing wacky setups. If you've watched Ross ever play the game, this guy does the dumbest setups I've ever seen in my life. And all it is him making himself cry laughing by doing the stupidest Jinx double chomper rocket setups I've ever seen in my life. He's just crying laughing at his own machinations.
Got it! Fucking check this shit out, brother! Ow! Ah! I fucked up, Bogey!
And I think the other important thing about that is like, you can have fun and not win just because you do the cool thing that you care about. There was a game where we played Deadlock where we ran into our friends on the other team. There was like 2 or 3 of them. They had some randoms on their team and one of them was like a dickbag. He was flaming them. So we all just built Refresher, which like lets you do your ultimate twice in Deadlock. And we just hate crime that guy. We just like ran up on there's Abrams, Doorman ult him, Refresher, Doorman ult him again. Black Hole's like a giant team fight ult. It like stuns their whole team. Solo Black Hole him, Refresher, Black Hole him again. Like we're just spending all of our ults to just fuck him up. And then the enemy team just laughed at him. That's the kind of shit that's like, it's the juice is worth the squeeze. That's it to me. I stopped caring about like, this game's too hard because this game is harder than anything. And also I think it's like the greatest competitive multiplayer game that I've played. It's by far the hardest and also the best. It's part of why I like fast games versus games. I like anime games. The faster you play these games, the like less draws there are and the more people explode, because the quicker you force them to play, the more mistakes and openings and like attacks you can make. The amount of juice that is there is so high because the power level of the systems and the characters is really vast. The stuff you can do is just so absurd. And then also managing all that stuff is really fun. If I'm playing slow in like Street Fighter or Sam Show, a game that's like kind of slow by default, it's not as impressive to me. Whereas if I'm playing slow in a Marvel game and I'm like spacing you out and dodging what you're doing in a game like that, I'm a freak. You are moving 8,000 miles an hour and yet you can't hit me. What's up? Like you can't catch me? Like, come on, man, like do your best. Like that's what's fun. There's just so much going on and there's so many decisions and you have to play them in such a fast, stressful environment, and you get to do cool shit or like stop your opponent from doing cool shit. And you can come up with so many cool different variations and ways to play the same characters or teams, come up with unique strategies, and like it's just cool, dude. I realize that I don't think I can win the argument when people are like, fighting games are too hard. I'm like, well, everything's hard to learn, man. It's just whether whether they're sick. And if they're sick, then they're worth a time investment. And if you don't think they're sick, maybe I can't sell you on it, but that's what I think. Like, I spent my whole life telling people they're sick. They're fucking sick. Like, I don't know. And if you were sick enough to do the rad shit in them, you would like them. And you'd be like, but I'm not. And I'm like, you could be. Don't let your dreams be dreams. And then I fly out the fucking window like Peter Pan. I've now evolved into maybe they're hard. Maybe they're not. But like, you'll never know unless you get sick at them. And getting sick at them is fun. Is there a way to get into Deadlock without aiming? I would say two things. The first thing is that aiming is a skill you'll just naturally improve at over time. It's also a trainable skill. The second thing is there's plenty of characters where their primary like source of damage is not aiming. You could play any of like the 4 shotgun characters in the game. You could play a character like Lash, pockets mostly abilities, Billy, who just like melees you and like holds left click with a gun. You could play like an ult build character like 7. You could play Dynamo. Deadlock sent me into a few month depression. Just boot up the game, bro. Grab it and stare it in the eyes like it's a fucking snake.